Welcome to Gene and Mike do the New York Times crossword.
Hi, I'm Jean.
And I'm Mike. And today we are doing the crossword for Friday, September 12th, 2025. So, on a day that was narrowly close to being unlucky, as in Friday the 13th, were you lucky in doing this crossword?
I was lucky in doing this crossword because I had a little help.
Oh, I see.
We have a daughter visiting us.
Really?
And she helped me finish it.
I see. Were there any particular clues that she helped you with?
Yes, definitely. Like 30 across, chicken korma example. She knew as a culinary expert that was a curry, not an entree, which is what I thought it was. So yes. And there wasn't even really enough letters for entree, but I put it in anyway. But yes, so she knew that one for sure. And yeah, she helped here and there. I had started it, but I don't know if I could have finished it without her because she would throw things in here and there. Maybe not right, but eventually together we would get right. Another one that she knew for sure, I wasn't quite sure, but 45 across, French for dainty, and that was mignon.
Yes, I found that very interesting because, of course, a filet mignon is a steak.
And it's a petite steak. It's a very small steak.
But I just don't think of it as being dainty.
Yeah, it's pretty dainty.
Probably pretty expensive.
Yes, it is.
I mean, that's considered a very expensive cut, right?
Oh, yes. That's one of the finer cuts. Very tender, no bone. Oh.
Almost like tofu.
But anyway, I kind of thought that's what it was. But she, being a French speaker, knew that was for sure. So, yeah, she helped me a lot.
Actually,
and it's just fun to do it together.
Sure, of course. In that area, actually, with 46 down, beverage that was invented in a Dairy Queen, I went for malt.
Well, that's what I thought, too.
Of course, it turned out to be an icy.
Icy, yes. And they don't sell them in Dairy Queen. Well, they do. They used to call them Mr. Misty's.
Really?
In Dairy Queen. Long time ago, yeah. They call them Mr. Misty's.
I thought an icy was, you'd get that like at a Casey's.
Yes, at a convenience store.
Right.
Yeah.
So maybe they lost the patent on it or the copyright or something?
Or maybe they just didn't want to make it anymore. I don't know. Because it doesn't have any ice cream in it. So.
Well, it's got the name Icy. You'd sort of hope, but.
Yeah. But yeah, I found that very interesting.
Let's see. We had, actually, and this was my last area. I had trouble with the top right corner. For example, 10 across, ailment the morning after a loud concert maybe. Could not think of it. It was rasp.
Right.
And then we had 10 down, like one's most natural emotions. I had a couple of letters, and I thought it was basest, like you very base emotions, but it was rawest.
Right.
I guess that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And did you notice 23 across, intoxicate quaintly was besought?
Besought, yes.
Because we had sought yesterday, and now we have besought. And
although, I mean, that's not besought, that's not talking about getting someone drunk, when you besought.
Well, it's being
someone. It's you enrapture them. They just become so enraptured with you. They're intoxicated by your presence.
Exactly. It's still intoxication, just not caused by alcohol. Caused by beauty.
Yeah, but I think yesterday the clue was lush.
Oh, right, yes.
Wasn't intoxicated.
Definitely not that. And then we had 9 down, medieval weapons traditionally made with yew, and spelled Y-E-W, and that was longbows.
Right, she got that one too, our daughter. Yeah, she figured that one out too.
I just like that as an answer, longbows.
Longbows.
Guess how many times it's appeared in the New York Times crossword?
10.
No.
How many?
2.
2 times.
It appeared in 1952 and today.
Wow.
I know. It's been, 48, 25, 70, let's see, can I do it this time of night? 73 years since it last appeared.
My goodness.
I know. Welcome back, longbow.
Yes.
That was sort of curious. 12 down was bets from the experts. And I had a couple of letters, and I thought it was going to be something involving testimony.
Oh.
But it turned out to be smart money.
Smart money. I wanted to get, good odds in there or something, but But smart money makes sense.
Yeah, actually, I led with odds because 32 across, end of a mayoral address was gov. So I had the O in the right position, fourth from the end, so that odds would have fitted in there.
Yes.
And I put it in there, but it didn't last long, especially because of 35 across, bit of equipment in many athletic training exercises, cone.
Yes, I thought that was interesting.
What exactly is the purpose of that? To keep cars away from you as you're running on the interstate?
Well, maybe you have to run between the cones, or you have to run around the cones or something. I don't know.
I cannot remember any gym I've ever been to where they whip out the cones.
Oh, no, we had
Really?
cones in physical education. Yeah, like, they would mark, like when we do the fitness test and you have to do the back and forth run. I can't remember what that was called, but they would put cones on each end of how far you had to run back and forth. So, yeah, no, they use cones in training.
See, and the cynic in me thinks that's just because the government needed someplace to stash the cones when they weren't on the interstate.
Oh,
And they said, let's put them in the schools. The kids can run around them.
yeah, well, they weren't quite as big.
Ah, I see. Okay.
But anyway.
Do you recall the colors? Were they
Yeah,
the
they were orange.
Oh, okay.
Orange cones, so.
Oh, good.
Yep. One problem I had was 27 down. I had to change this, but 27 down. Cartoondom's Princess of Power. And it was She-Ra.
Right.
She-Ra. Is that She-Ra?
It must be She-Ra, yes.
I thought it was Sheena. Sheena, Princess of Power, but She-Ra.
Well, that's very curious because, of course, as usual, we are solving this independently. I had the same idea that Sheena somehow sounded right.
Yes.
I think because there's Xena, right?
Oh, that's true. There was that TV show, Xena, Princess of Power.
If only She-Ra and Xena had got together, they could have had a sidekick, Sheena.
Yeah, that's true.
Whose main power is she glows so brightly. No, never mind. All right. We had 37 across, blank incognita, unexplored area, terra incognita.
Yes.
I like all these words. They all sort of have a sort of an old-timey feel to them.
That's true.
When's the last time you heard anyone talk about terra incognita?
And I wanted that to be Terra, but I had that in there. So I thought,
Right.
well, maybe it's Turna.
Turna.
Like eternal.
Right.
Turna.
So. Could be, but in fact can't.
Nope.
I had 41 down. I was disappointed myself. It was river sourced by a glacier in the Swiss Alps. I'm like, come on, there's this list of 10 rivers that I'm supposed to remember in Europe, courtesy of the New York Times, and the only thing I could remember was there are 10 of them, and that was as far as couldn't remember any actual. It seems to me I remember, I don't know, maybe there was the Seine in there, probably, but anyways, Rhone was the correct answer.
Aral and Ural and Rhine and Rhone and yeah.
Right, and that crossed the Great 52 across, deep study. Oceanology.
Oceanology, yeah.
What
that's
happened?
a new word for me.
What happened to oceanography?
Right. Well, it didn't fit.
Jacques Cousteau would have been upset. That nobody knows who Jacques Cousteau is now.
Oh, what did they do?
Oh, yeah? I'm going to take a poll of people on Monday.
Okay.
I guarantee no one's going to raise their hand.
Oh, I bet they will.
All right, we'll find out. Listeners, we'll let you know on Monday. Listeners, do you know who Jacques Cousteau is? Let us know. crosswordpodcast@icloud.com.
One word that our daughter didn't know was 34 down. Beast. Behemoth.
Behemoth? She didn't know that?
She didn't. She's never heard the word. No.
What a failure of the modern American education system. Everyone knows Behemoth. Actually, it seems to me...
it's biblical. It's in the Bible. I know that.
Yeah. I thought categories had a series of large animals, and I thought that was in there.
Behemoth?
Well, let's see. They had whale. They had whale and mammoth. Yeah, behemoth probably wouldn't fit in the grid.
No, no, they didn't have that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
The theme was there, though.
Yeah, extra large animals.
Did you get 28 down? The reptile known for its distinct color bands, the coral snake?
Coral snake, I got that. Well, once I got a few letters, I thought, oh, I know what that is. It's a coral snake. Because it is a bright striped snake.
Right. I liked 38 across. Things left at the entrance of a mosque. Shoes. What a great clue for shoes. Just sort of really, it's sort of like, oh, that's a novel approach. So
yes. I visited a mosque about a year ago, and we all take our shoes.
Take your shoes off.
They have little stands there that, you could put them on. So they weren't all just thrown in a big pile.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
25 across. Idea for a pair of trick-or-treaters. Couples costume.
Couples costumes.
That took me a long time.
Yeah, that took us a while. But I was doing some research, and man, you would not believe how many couples costumes there
Really?
are. Oh, my goodness.
So-
that is a big business.
I figure there's the horse. That must be the horse, right?
Yes. Oh, there's, famous couples, and there's cartoon, couples, and there's
Oh.
just all kinds of different couples costumes.
See, I just envisioned a couple in one costume.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, there's that, but then there's like Woody and Jesse from
Okay.
Toy Story, or there's Adam and Eve, or there's, George and Martha Washington, or, they just,
Adam and Eve?
yeah.
Are they just going around wearing fig leaves?
Yes.
Boy, they're going to get arrested.
They must be able to wear those costumes in Florida, because they certainly couldn't wear them in October in Northeast Wisconsin.
Well,
they're very skimpy. So
If they went with another couple that was disguised as heating elements.
right. But yeah, big business. And they'd have like list of 100 of the best couples costumes.
100?
Oh my gosh, how many couples costumes are there? But
Well, I think next year we should go as Fred and Wilma.
there is that costume.
I knew there had to be.
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, any famous couple. There's a couple's costume for them. Sonny and Cher.
Really?
Yeah, Desi and Lucy.
See, most of the people you go to in these costumes are not going to know who these people are. Right?
The Addams Family.
How about
Morticia.
Abbott and Costello?
Oh, I didn't see that. But I mean, couples, it's usually a man and a woman.
Well,
That's a couple.
I think it should be Abbott and Costello. I think that definitely should be part of it.
Oh,
Fascinating.
yeah, it was very interesting.
6 down was, I don't think this was a debut. It was not a debut. It has appeared a total of 2 times. Clued as area bereft of grocery stores, and it was food desert.
That's right.
I knew that immediately.
Yeah.
It was sort of a gimme for me, which is
'cause
surprising.
They've been using that, because it seems like we're getting more and more food deserts.
Right, but hardly ever in the crossword.
Yeah. Oh no, not in the crossword, but I mean that phrase comes up in the news more often than before, just because it's more prevalent.
11 down was check-in line and are you good?
Yes.
That was a nice clue there.
I knew that had to be some words, like some phrase or something.
Yes.
Someone says. So I was thinking, saying to our daughter, okay, what did they say when you like when you check in at the airport? How many bags?
Oh, I
things
see.
like that. Yeah. So, are you good? Makes sense.
Nice. 34 across caseload, beers. That's
Yeah.
cute. And then 2 down, pointer up high. I had no idea what to do with that. It was vain.
Yes.
That was good.
Yeah, that did not come to me when I was working on this last night, but it did when we worked on it this afternoon. And I'm like, oh, it's got to be vain. And of course, then that certainly helped with the whole rest of that corner, because we didn't have anything up there. So,
All right. That is it, I think, for the crossword.
Yep.
But it's Friday,
that it is.
which means it's time for Fun Fact Friday.
That it is.
I hope you have a fun fact for Fun Fact Friday.
I do have a fun fact.
Oh, good.
Friday. And this is in relation to, I think it was yesterday's puzzle. Was it? Yeah, yesterday's puzzle that had the double letters.
Yes.
So,
Walkie-talkie,
right.
teensy-weensy.
Yeah. Well, one of them was Humpty Dumpty.
Yes.
And the clue was, here's how it's said in Danish, I think. It was a Danish version of Humpty Dumpty. So I just thought it would be interesting to see where Humpty Dumpty actually came from.
Oh.
So this is a little discourse on Humpty Dumpty. And there are actually quite a few websites that discuss this, but I went to Wikipedia because it was the most succinct and the most coherent.
Right. And probably the most accurate.
Yeah, no doubt. But It at first was published in English in 1797.
Wow.
And Humpty Dumpty has always been an egg shaped, anthropomorphic egg, meaning, it has human characteristics.
Sure.
Lewis Carroll made Humpty Dumpty part of Through the Looking Glass that he wrote in 1871. And so that really popularized the character and the nursery rhyme. And then also it was popularized in the United States by a George L. Fox, who was a clown with that name. And he did a Broadway pantomime in 1868. So it also is known as Little Trill, which is Danish. That was the clue.
Right.
Wargly Wargly, which is German.
Nice.
Humpelkin Pumpkin, which is also German,
Oh.
and Huberti Bob, which is Pennsylvania Dutch.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Herberte Bob.
Yeah, Huberti Bob. And there are some theories that this Humpty Dumpty is, it has like another meaning to it, a darker meaning. And I'm not going to go through all of them.
Please.
But there are two that keep kind of coming up in literature. One of them was that it was sort of a version of Richard III. That Richard III, was killed in battle. He fell off of his horse. And one side said maybe the horse's name was Wall. And so that's why they called it that. But I don't believe that is the case. But there are many people that think that it was written about Richard III, but Richard III was not at this time period when it was written. In fact, it was quite a few years before, like hundreds. So it's kind of hard to see the connection. But he was hunchbacked, so he sort of has that oval type shape on his back. But yeah, he was defeated in Bosworth Field in 1485, so long before Humpty Dumpty was ever written. And then the other one was that it comes from the city of Colchester. The Colchester Tourist Board attributed the origin of the rhyme to a cannon. A big cannon recorded as used from the Church of St. Mary at the Walls by the Royalist defenders in the Siege of 1648. In 1648, Colchester was a walled town with a castle and several churches and was protected by a city wall. The story given was that a large cannon, which the website claimed was colloquially called Humpty Dumpty, was strategically placed on the wall. A shot from a parliamentary cannon succeeded in damaging the wall beneath Humpty Dumpty, which caused the cannon to tumble to the ground. And so the royalists, or cavaliers, all the king's men, attempted to raise Humpty Dumpty to another part of the wall, but the cannon was so heavy that all the horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again.
Wow.
So, just a few little fun facts about Humpty Dumpty.
Well, thank you. Now I'm in the mood, strangely, for an omelet. All right. That is it for today, then. So, thanks, everyone, for listening. Saturday's crossword is going to be out momentarily. We are going to tackle it. We know it's going to be tough. I predict it won't have a rebus. And we'll find out how tough it is and come back to talk about that crossword tomorrow.
Bye-bye.